Well, hello again, everyone, and welcome back to Kovac Enterprises. This is going to be episode number 1 in this build series for the Dodge Ram VTS Pickup Dream Rides Edition made by Monogram. Before we even started putting this stuff together, of course, we went through the process of cleaning all the sprue trees of the mold residue with using the Dawn dishwashing detergent with some warm water. So that was all taken care of, so all the parts are nice and clean. And what we did was actually started on the first 3 steps of the instructions. We can go over those right now if you want. Just to refresh everybody's memory for this kit, of course, like anything, for step number 1 we have the engine assembly. So we went ahead and put the entire engine together, and then we went to step number 2, which is basically the dashboard, steering wheel, gear shift, the lower part that contains the brake cylinder and the pedals on the lower panel for the interior bucket of the assembly. And then we also have our bench seats, which is a 2-part system for the bench seat itself and the backing. So that was step number 2. And then of course we have step number 3 to finish off this part of it, which contains the like I said, the interior bucket, the door panels, and then going ahead and gluing in the bench seat, the dashboard with the steering wheel, and the lower section that contains the pedals and the brake cylinder itself. We also have the boot with the shifter, and well, that will complete the round of the interior bucket. So we basically have 3 sub-assemblies that we put together. Now at this moment I'm basically putting them all together without even putting any kind of paint on it. So we'll take a look at what we've got. So we'll go ahead and bring this in, and as you can see, we have the engine we'll start off with, as you can see right here. So that is completed with all the parts for step 1, and I'll just kind of spin it around here so you can kind of look at it from all different directions here. There you go, there's that. The other side. Now the rocker portions of it do have an inscription on there for the Viper on there, so I'll probably end up dry brushing that. Oops, clumsy. So we'll do that, and like I said, dry brush it to bring out the Viper signature on that. And then of course we have the front part of the engine as well. And like I said, all the parts went together really well. There wasn't much flashing going on there. One thing I did end up using were some of my filings. These are kind of like my go-to when I want to go ahead and smooth out all the mold lines once everything is glued down and everything like that. So that's some of the tools I use in my modeling. And of course we have our dashboard. It's a 2-part system here for this one here. So we got the upper dashboard as well as the main dashboard components. So that's all glued in, and so it looks all good. Everything's tight. There's no gaps between the parts. So there you go. There's that. And then of course we have our little steering wheel with our gearbox. So that's there. There you go. And of course on the back side is our gearbox itself. So there you go. And then of course we have our main assembly of the interior bucket once everything was kind of put together. So we went ahead and installed our bench seats, and of course our 2 side panel door panels There's one side there, and then there's the other side there. And of course, in the middle console we have our boot with our shifter right there. So that's what this is right here. And then we went ahead and glued our lower panel that contains the pedals, and of course then we have the back side here, our brake cylinder. So that's where we're at there. I didn't put the dashboard up here because I want to go ahead and come back and start painting all this up there, and if I put the dashboard in I wouldn't be able to reach everything underneath it. So we're going to leave it open like this for right now, and I'll go ahead and put a base or a primer coat of some gray paint on there, and then we'll go ahead and do some detail work of different colors that's going to represent the inside of my Dodge truck. But that's about it for right now. Like I said, it's going to be a short little video here, and we are making progress with it. So until then, everybody have a good day, and check back with me for episode number 2, where we'll have a little bit more detail done on the sub-assemblies. So until then, have a good day, and we'll catch you on the flip side. Goodbye.